is Global Order. I'm Hindol Sengupta. I'm absolutely delighted. I always like to have veterans from the Indian Army on this show, and absolutely delighted to have Lieutenant General Kamal Jit Singh with me today on the show. With Lieutenant General Kamal Jit Singh, we will discuss some critical issues, including the Khalistan, the revival of the Khalistan movement issue. But before that, I want to welcome General Singh by asking him to tell us about his experience. He has had a very illustrious career in the Indian Army. We would like to hear from him. Sir, if you could begin with that, your career on the front lines defending the nation.
See, my story with the army really started in 1966 when I went to a Sainik school. And I went from a Hindi medium school. And I was studying in a Mufsil town, a Kasba, what we call in Hindi. So from heartland of Bharat, from a Bimaru state, so-called Rajasthan, I went to a Sainik school. And from 66, I carried on till 73 in Sainik school. And then I joined National Defense Academy, went to Indian Military Academy, and in 77 got commissioned without a break. This story is from 66, carried on without a break. And I served till 31st of July 2016. So that would make it about 50 plus years. That's the kind of journey I had. And there, I must also say that I got a chance. Indian Army is a great, great institution. It teaches you the composite culture of India. I could serve in Far East, Nagaland, Manipur. I had parts of Jammu and Kashmir under my charge. I could serve to look at 5 borders: Myanmar, Bangladesh, China, Bhutan, Nepal, and Pakistan. 6 borders, really, all land borders which are there. I was also lucky to contribute in fighting the internal malaise, the internal security problem, insurgency, Nagaland, Manipur, Arunachal, Assam, all those northeastern insurgencies, and the one which is proxy war, which is going on in J&K. And earlier I also took part in counter-terrorist operations against Khalistan in Punjab. And somewhere I also contributed to some planning in central India against the left-wing extremism. And I was also lucky to go abroad, serve in UN peacekeeping forces. So all in all, I always say if there's any place, the best place to educate yourself, to grow, that's Indian Army. And I salute Indian Army for that.
It's an incredible career.
When I say Army, armed forces, really.
Of course. It's an incredible career, as I was saying, General, and what an illustrious career. You must, of course, must be very, very proud. I want to begin by asking you, since you have such wide experience of defending our borders, including internal issues, internal problems. Tell us what you think today, as a retired general living in Chandigarh, I believe you live in.
Yeah.
What do you think about the revival of the Khalistani movement or the Khalistan movement? You've had some very strong tweets about this subject. Tell us a little bit in detail about what you think about this.
See, Hindol, firstly, I take serious objection to you calling me retired. I am retired.
My apologies, General. My apologies.
After I came out of army, I was lucky to hold a chair in Punjab University on defense studies. I was also advisor to CM on veteran affairs, and I was also in Haryana State Information Commission. and people tolerate my writings and see me on TV sometimes. So I am quite connected with all this. And
I only
so
meant
pardon my
active
feeding my vanity a bit, but allow me to do that. Now
my apologies, Hindol, my apologies.
About
Yes.
Punjab. Let me see, people who want to understand Punjab need to understand three, four things about Punjab. One thing is that in Punjab there is a saying, प्यार नाल साडी जान भी ले लो, जोरा मर्दी नाल पिंडे दी जू भी नहीं देनी. With love and affection, take a life, we'll give it to you. But if you use force and coercion, we will not part with the lice on our body. We will not give you that. So a Punjabi needs to be persuaded, needs to be motivated, and Punjabi has, whatever is the story of growth, they have achieved a certain level of prosperity, education. They may not be today as industrialized as Gujarat or Maharashtra or Karnataka or Hyderabad or Chennai. But the fact of the matter is, they have gone through all this. The earlier industries like Jagatji textiles, like foundries, the Bhakra Nangal, all has been seen by that generation. And they are proud of the fact that they are the granary of the country. They feed the country. So allow them that. And I am not a Punjabi, allow me to tell you. I am a very neutral player. I was born in Rajasthan. I studied in Rajasthan. First time I served in Punjab or came to Punjab even is after commissioning. So 20 years of my life I have spent outside Punjab, formative. And then I have served in Punjab for 4-5 years. And now I live in Haryana, which is neighboring Punjab. So what I've seen, and I fought the militants in Punjab. So so I told you about that fact about the coercion, about the fact that they've reached certain level. And by some kind of a thing, they are skeptics. They don't believe things so easily. So today, if you go to Punjab, whatever narrative whoever is trying to build, at the rural and at village level, I interact with large number of people. I have extensive dialogues with rural folk. There is an air of suspicion, skepticism. There is a feeling that this is a plot which is being hatched. Punjab will be, will have to pay the price for some designs. So I try to tell them, no, it's not true. It's not like this. But allow me to tell you that one thing is for sure. The communication strategy of our official channels is zilch, is zero. Because if this is the feeling which is prevailing, then either you have written off a state and you feel इसमें होने दो जो हो रहा है वो हम बाकी country में कर लेंगे. So there is a need to watch. It is, and see, if Punjab government is playing this plot of Amritpal, there is an economics law of diminishing marginal returns. You can stretch something to a limit. Beyond that, you cannot stretch. Those diminishing marginal returns start applying. So today, see, if Amritpal had to be nabbed, he could have been nabbed at night. Where is the need to do a day operation? Where was the need for that? And Punjab police, I have worked with them. They certainly are not this inefficient. I would use an old Ajit dialogue that पुलिस उसको गायब नहीं होने देगी और पॉलिटिक्स उसको पकड़ने नहीं देगी.
I want to read out a tweet, sir, that you wrote. We helped to restore sanity in Punjab in the 80s and 90s as major. Nearly lost our lives in 1984 aftermath, but it is our India, good, bad, and ugly, but ours. As veterans, our desire, Punjabi youth should upskill and make it vibrant Punjab, even when outside, emulate Ajay Banga and the like. And you put a photograph there saying, I love my India, proud to be Indian Sikh. We don't need Khalistan.
There is
Do
no
you
doubt
feel
about this.
most
See,
people
Hindol, nobody wants Khalistan. I'm telling you, there is no traction for Amritpal. Nobody in Punjab wants Khalistan. But the sad part is, they feel that why did the government, why did the central agencies not nab this person, nip him in the bud? After all, see, there is today it's an age of communication. Uh, there, the people who killed Sidhu Musewala, many of them were nabbed by Delhi police. Delhi police today is the most efficient organization. They have all the communication, interception equipment, and everything. They are respected all over India for their these capabilities. If you know this famous case which happened in Delhi in that Jamia, this Inspector Sharma, where he was killed, those people had they have
you're
the
referring to the Patla House case, sir.
Patla House case. So they have those capabilities. So how's it they can't nab Amritpal? This is the question.
I want to ask you a question. What you raise is very important. I want to ask you a question. When you see the Khalistan movement, and I'm not talking about Indian Punjab, but in different countries like Canada and Australia and the UK, the attack on our High Commission and so on and so forth. What do you feel? What do you think when you see these attacks?
See, Hindol, one thing, we should not give it too much of publicity because they are doing it for publicity. They need oxygen of publicity. It is in small, chota mota pockets, disaffected lot who are looking for some recognition, some identity, and they can only do it by behaving in an irrational manner. So in those countries, there are vote banks. There is a big vote bank in UK. There is a vote bank in Canada. It's also developed in Australia. It's happening in New Zealand. See, one thing is there, Hindol. Pardon I am a Rajasthani Sikh, okay? 84, I nearly lost my life, my family also. My father-in-law was in hiding. But Hindol, this community of ours, whatever it be, it came out of, Hinduism only in a way. But, it became a little refined product or whatever you might say, more industrious, more recognizable in terms of turban and other symbols. So these people in these countries are now punching much above their weight. They are not in that many
So what you
numbers.
mentioned is really important. There's a long history where the eldest son, or at least one son from Hindu families, was sent into the Sikh fold. There is a history about this, right? And this connection, whether it's in the great writings of Guru Nanak, whether it was in the great writings of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and many others, right? But this connection, this bond between communities, many younger people either don't know or have forgotten or have been deliberately misled. Why do you think this is true and how do we correct it?
See, firstly, compulsion of vote bank, compulsion of trying to seek recognition. See, how do you seek recognition in a society? Sikhism has this concept of miri piri. Miri piri is combination of temporal seat and the seat of governance, religious and governance both combined. This was started by our sixth guru. It was compulsion of Mughal oppression, and it was started because of that. Now, but over the years, all politics have become mixed with religion. I'm sorry to say, but it has happened. All parties are doing it today. Everybody is trying to pander to Somebody wants to give it to Lingayat, somebody wants to give Vokaliga, somebody wants to give it to some other community. So it's all over. It's become part of our nature. So in Punjab also, there are groups. Now there is a Kali Dal, which is main, which was there. Now over the years, Akali Dal has had factions and splinters. Now, how do you get recognition? By posturing yourself on a further extremist line. You say that I want more pure form of this. Is what is happening in Islam also. That you want to, each faction wants to become more like there is Salafi Islam, there is Wahhabi Islam, and it's like this. So it happens in this religion also. It'll happen. So these people who want recognition, they're in small numbers. See, all elections, they don't get more than 2-3% votes. Okay. Pakistan wants to fish in trouble, waters. So it earlier, during 80s and 90s, it supported that Khalistan movement. And you have to give credit. Punjabis defeated it. They did not support it fully. There was some support, but it was defeated finally. So you have to give them that credit. I don't think irreparable damage has happened to community relations. It hasn't happened. But occasionally, vote bank politics make it more challenging for us. After all, very large amount of labor population in rural village areas of Punjab comes from UP and Bihar. They are lovingly called bhaiyas. So there is no problem as such. I don't think their schools are running. They have film shows for them. They have melas for them. In Ludhiana, some councillors. Punjab, in any case, Sikhs are only about 35-40%. Other communities are there. And they are coexisting. There is, so I will tend to believe that it's a border state. Everybody should rise above politics. Look at addressing the aspirations of Punjabi youth. Because he has been, and like you were trying to say, like I tweeted also, that you emulate Ajay Banga. Now what's happening in Punjab? You see a truck, behind that truck, it is written, Put Jatta de, driver truckan de. A Jat Sikh aspires his son to become a driver of a truck. That is the aspiration level. What a sad thing. And unfortunately, it has got further vitiated. That man says, I'll become a truck driver, not here. I'll go to Canada. I'll go to USA. I'll go to Australia and become a driver there. So there is a problem which has got a security dimension, which has got a theological dimension, which has got a socio-political dimension, but most importantly, it has got economic dimension. We need to upskill the youth. We need to look at the drug problem. We need to constructively engage youth here. Otherwise, Punjab, there are villages which are becoming ghost villages. Youth are going away. Old people are left there. Labor is running the farm. Water is a serious problem. So Punjab has multiple problems. It's not an easy solution. And politics of Punjab, unfortunately, is vitiated, is badly vitiated. I hope the major political parties sit down together, form some consensus. It's a border state. It has got only 7-8 MP seats. What is so big? If you fight fairly, you'll win 4-5, 3-2. That'll be the ratio. Why for that vitiate the atmosphere of that state?
Work. Come back.
Yes, sir.
General, I want to come back to the point of Khalistan. Couple of key things you're saying. You're saying the revival of the Khalistan movement does not have widespread support in the Punjab. This is, you're saying this, of course, from what you see around you, the people you meet, your own anecdotal and, lived experience, in the Punjab. The other thing you're saying is there are pockets of support which gets politicized, and that pockets of supports have spread in other parts of the world also, which are trying to trigger it. And the people of Punjab today are suspicious about what's really going on. So you're saying there isn't any widespread support in the Punjab for Khalistan, and certainly you don't support it, and most people don't support it, and there is deep suspicion about what's really going on. Isn't that in total what you're saying?
Hindol, that apart, I am also trying to say, see, somebody will tell you that Amritpal is get shelter into a dera, but dera will shelter anybody here. Anybody who goes to a dera and says that police is after me, people will give him that temporary shelter. This is a part of Punjabi nature. They'll also give him langar. They'll also give him bed to sleep. And they'll tell him, okay, quickly, quietly run out from the other direction. Don't get us into trouble. So there are those isolated pockets which are sustaining. But allow me to tell you, Hindol, I have done very detailed discussion. And see, another problem is politicization of police. Punjab's DGP is acting DGP. The senior most person in Punjab is not the DGP. He is 8th or 9th in the seniority. Punjab cadre officer is heading RAW. Punjab cadre officer is also heading, I think, one more central police organization, NIA or something like this. So it's not as if competent officers are not available, but politically they are not acceptable. See the sad part of whole thing. And there is a SIT report which is was given in High Court, which is soon going to be revealed. That I believe, for whatever reason, names police officers involved in drug trafficking, senior officers. So, unfortunately, the solution to the problem in a border state lies through depolitization of police, multi-party consensus, building an economic infrastructure, and I can totally assure you, neither in India nor outside there is any widespread support for Khalistan. You will hear certain actions which generate publicity. That is a part of the way Punjabis operate यार. उसको ना बहुत ज्यादा तूल नहीं देना चाहिए. मैं हिंदी में बोलता हूँ. Don't give it too much of importance. They are seeking that. So and country should not get too much worried about this nonsense. It is a nonsense. We should focus on constructively helping Punjabi youth, upskilling them, starting some constructive activity, and giving that feeling to Punjabis that we are with you. I have told you, प्यार नाल तुसी साडी जान भी ले लो, जोरा मर्दी नाल पिंडे दी जू भी नहीं देनी. So if you are going to reach out, and one thing I must tell you, Hindol, the native rural people have great wisdom. So if you will show that you are impartial, you mean good for them, believe you me, they'll come and hug you. I have worked there. When I was leaving my post in Mandi, Ahmedgarh, Malerkotla, after my deployment, people were crying. They said, "Tusi to sade hi bande ho, sanu chad ke ja rahe ho." They even told me, let me share a joke with your people. They said, "आपने बड़े खाड़कुओं को तो काबू कर लिया, छोटे खाड़कुओं को तो काबू कर लिया. छोटे खाड़कूस और खालिस्तानी. अब जो ये बड़े खाड़कू हैं, इनका क्या होगा? ये हमको नहीं छोड़ेंगे." तो ऐसे बड़े खाड़कू कौन है? कहता है जो खाकी वर्दी में घूम रहे हैं. तो पंजाबी has got his sense of humor. We must. And Hindol, I am just a soldier who's seen it. I'm sure country has great experts. We should use them and engage with this problem. And you don't get worried. Don't increase number of your lenses. Okay, there is no serious problem. Don't lose any hair also. Please keep smiling the way you are smiling. This problem will get addressed. It is largely a problem uh, which is being unfortunately not being handled well. There have been some good parts also, like not firing on those people, not making a hero out of Amritpal. That's a good end. You know, where and central agencies helping to take them to Dibrugarh, excellent. Where there is good happening, I will be shouting from the rooftop. But where I'm worried is, why is he on the run? Catch him, nab him, bring him to law. And outside India, whoever is doing any nonsense, any unacceptable activity, take out his overseas Indian card, stop giving him benefits of NRI, blacklist the entire family, if required, blacklist the entire village. Let the message go that you will not be acceptable in this village. They will kick those people. That because of you, our people can't go abroad because you have brought this on us. So there are soft ways, there are hard ways, but there have to be fair ways. That's how I would like to.
That wonderful note, General. As always, a real pleasure talking to a soldier, and as always, a real pleasure talking to a Sikh gentleman. Love the feisty spirit. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your time on a holiday. Thanks for taking out time for talking to us. We really appreciate it. Thanks, General.
Hindol, thanks a lot for giving me a chance to interact with your viewers, and have a great weekend, and enjoy yourself, upskill yourself wherever you are. If you're young people, country needs your skills. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, and a wonderful weekend to you too, General. Jai Hind.